For me, you know, I went in holding hands with these guys and didn't know what really to expect. And we went in, Mark Burnett sort of reached out to all of us. And, you know, I don't think a show like this was even sort of on our radar, you know, compared to other things we've seen. And Mark just told us, man, this is about, you know, we all as artists know what it feels like to be up there and to be in that position, the make it or break it hot seat. And it's interesting because the show turns us on our ears and makes us in the hot seat at a certain point, which keeps it interesting. And it was fun actually for me to, I caught an episode of last season and I was just like, oh my God, like I can see why people like this. I was like, who's gonna push a button? I was like, who's gonna save that person? But it was cool and fun to see that it you know, it was cool to know that there's, you know, we get very caught up when you know, from season one, you know, sitting in the chair, being in that sort of bubble and being in that seat. But to see it from the outside, to hear some of the stories that sometimes we don't get to see because we're living in the moment, it's nice to see that I'm part of a show that honestly has stayed true to the talent and made sure that their stories are heard. This is a huge platform for them to do whatever they want to do with after the show and the season ends. So it's really just an amazing school. It's almost like, for me, comparing it to, you know, I had great training on Mickey Mouse Club. I didn't even know what was going on or what was happening. I was being a kid and having fun and living in the moment. And you know, years later, you know, so many successes have come out of that, but years later, it wasn't that particular show that made it. But man, you know, you just have to take in every single experience. And for me, I think it's affected me more on a personal level than it has even on a musical level. You know, I'm there to be a coach and to share my experiences. And as Adam said, very well put, you know, we've done a lot in our careers. We don't really necessarily need to win this thing. We're more like so rooting for them to win. But for me, I've been able to sort of remember the journey when I first started out and appreciating where I'm at now and taking a moment to step back because it's important for me to step away from the camera and remember what my intention is now at this point in my life as a mom, as a woman re-entering the business and now approaching it with fresh eyes for my team and for this show and this opportunity, you know, living in this moment.
We're huge fans of this show, all of us, I think. We wouldn't do it if we weren't.